First, the top headlines. The 22nd Great June Uprising Day and Unity Day observed. Myanmar government instructed do's and don'ts for Myanmar refugees in India. Irate Danny Jones burned down radio sheds in protest against not mentioning a single word of Manipur in Prime Minister's Man Ki Baat. And the curfew relaxed for Imphal East and West till 5 p.m. today. Hello, welcome to ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. I'm your host, Deemita. Now the news in detail. The 22nd anniversary of the Great June Uprising Unity Day was observed today. The main event was held at Kekrupat, Imphal, organized by the Observance Committee 22nd, the Great June Uprising Unity Day 2023. The observation was scaled down due to the prevailing situations induced by present violence, many including family members of the 18 martyrs, political leaders, student activists, local clubs, Maira Paibi group, among others, paid floral tributes to the memorial inside the Kekrupat complex. Those who were injured on the Fateful Day were also honored during the observance. On June 18, 2001, people erupted in protest against the inclusions of 3 words without territorial limit in the ceasefire agreement between GOL and NSC and IM. As many as 14 people died on the day itself when CRPF personnel opened fire on the protesters. 4 more died later on. On July 27, 2001, the 3 contentious words were removed from the agreement. The Observance Committee today maintained that the Government of India continues to pitch the indigenous communities of the state against each other, trying to break up the unity of Manipur. Recalling the incident, Chairman of the committee, P.H. Nandoluwang, said that on June 14, 2001, GOLD and NSC and IM signed a ceasefire agreement, also known as Bangkok Declaration, extending the operational area to the neighboring states of the Nagaland without territorial limit. The agreement was supposed to become operational from August 1, 2021, he said, and added that the people of Manipur erupted in protest against the contentious 3 words. 18 lives were lost in the protest and the Prime Minister of India was unable to stand against the people of Manipur. But the goal is still trying to take the revenge by eradicating the indigenous peoples of the state, and not a single word is mentioned by the Prime Minister for Manipur. Through Kuki militants are torturing our innocent Meitei people, he added.
Communion riot talk by Basi, Mapum Gada Toy, and Hani Sunito, Adubu, Matang Matam Zana, Namdagi by England giving Actaneva. Adubu Gomen of Indiana, Karigidamakta Hoki Power Manipura Sumba Satiba, Irang Toliban. The Amana, Manipura Gomel of Indiana, Tolo Piriba. Suspension of Operation Deliver Sugi Gather Singers, Makoy Preview Makada, Makoy Ming Makada Labani, Makoy stipend Tolo Piga Labaneba, Maduna Makoy Amadi, Myanmar on the Sangiba, Cookie militant sings, Machine Twiba Togo Kimachimati died, the Kudimak Gomel of Indiana Pugadame. Karigi the Magda. Suda Lariba, Cookie militants in a toll besi, Makoy Preview Makada Leba, Makoy Yana Lariba, Makoy Peshapiga, Tamiba, Adum Campusing on the ground to Gara Paise, Masi, Baratki Sangvidana, Bariki Lenga Kalwan, Su Yaruidaba, Sanadaba Amane, Madu the Gomel of Indiana, Yan Begam Madugi, Maralam to Gomel of India. Number 2, Lebaki security da, Myanmar on the Giatopa Leba, foreign country, the game of the infiltrated Topa, Sankelapa, Shida, Barasakan was in the Divicano. Adumba, Myanmar Sangpa. Kulai Pebble Alukia, Indiagi, 12 the Indiagi territory, the Syriana, Kanga powder, Gomel Indiana, Madu Kangan, the Losan of Honor is a Kari in Ibise, Manipur Miam, Hungary, from the Kanging Eva. How do you powder, Gomel of Indiana, Toriba, Tabasicano? The Bishop games Hanabasi, Tankang, Galas Hanakre, Kalup Amaga, Kananba, Kalup Amaga, Kananba, Amungna. Kanglup mapung we kanglup major community we maiti kanglup ta state force sing ja khulai pa la lu sing gi tong ga khana handana fake encounter gi drama matam sang saina gi ba guarantee award mi ka halaga mi ke am hanan ba summa tok tok am tok tok la kram same community mak da ba state force versus akoi gi underground or keno gi sinok sing ga tawna sumba gomelo minda mi hat mi pun tro mi si mina lam dam sum thola thola la sai ya me manipur na bharat til ba matung da akoi gi sai ayam ba sarukti india na manipur gi apun ba saktam thugai na hona bada manipur miyam na yaning da bi khongjang changkin ba madu gi pen da phongdok pa madu gi akoi gi khongchat kya chat pa masugum ba manipur gi apun ba saktam kain bi ginu haina manipur gi miyam pirak pa memorandum je bharat sarkar gi office am thambam da mon khalle ba Sigumba gomelo minda leplaitina sanariba adugumba thawong tokin mayam do madugi mayokta manipur gi miyam lepli habedo madu amakasu yana sengna khangan nabagi damakta koina chahi khuding gi leptana the great zone uprising unity day asi akoi sinjarebani.
Vice Chairman of the Observance Committee, Joychandra Konthaujam, said that after Manipur became a part of India, the violence amongst communities has increased manifold. He said that the souls of the martyrs will rest in peace only when the people stand unitedly against any attempt to break off Manipur. If the people fail to identify the real culprit behind the enmity between communities and the sufferings, then the Manipur will be gradually disintegrated, he warned. Joychandra urged the people to remain alert. If any untoward incident occurred, then the people of the state should unitedly raise their voice to the goal. On the other hand, demand for a separate administration will remain as a dream, he added.
Foreigners singduna kuling ba leibak ama sengbe haibse aikoi sungya yabung amoy foreigner na kuling ba leibak ama sengbe hairagadi makoi gi Myanmar da natraga makoi gi Mizoram da chalaga kuling ba leibak adu semu Manipur di madu sem sungya yaro haibse aikoi miyam da thamjage aduga hairiba achigum laba thabak thorum sing aside sida aikoi India government na masi khangna khangna yengaga leiba haibadi kanana kari gi damakta horalibno ngasi gi nongmai kapiba mi haliba mai thariba se kari gi damakta horalibno haibido India government masi sabchana khangeba sabchana khangna tumin lesion ba haibse masi India government gi adugun laba wakalon ase aikoi tasingna yabung amde maram aduna India government na sabchaba miyengda aikoi punna yengminaraga athubu matamda hairiba warwasin ase porangna hona biu haibse aikoi apul tokjari aduga ngasi gi Manipur da hauji lahan marak sida lamfan marak sida isda aikoi isil inau haibadi aikoi gi lamfan marak sida leigi draba amadi imung manung khaibung tawna khainari ngai tanja asida sida aikoi gi government gi aikoi gi aduguna governor na lusingba tem amagi peace committee ama semba haibse masi maram chadi haibu wamfum aduni maram di kari gino haibu matamda ngasi aikoi Manipur gi apun saktam kaibu yaroina praja mayam na ngaieba aduga Manipur gi apun gi saktam thugaina na ba koki militant sing na nomai kapieba hairiba tanja asida sida aikoi tasingna Peace committee haina semjale peace committee sida imaibel ahallaman ozame am semjale imaibel ahallaman ozame am se tasena ngasigi Manipur gi people na hairiba missing ase attack tawragadi masigi daida kanana logduino ba.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs National Unity Government Myanmar has issued a notice to the Myanmar nationals who are temporarily sheltering in India. In an order issued on June 15, the authority informed to comply with some points. The points are to refrain from any acts that are prejudicial to the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Republic of India. Moreover, to be cautious and avoid unnecessary involvement in political and administrative matter, that is, political parties' election campaign and ethnic-based conflicts of the state that Myanmaris are taking refuge. On the other hand, the order also mentioned that not to get involved in illegal trafficking of drugs and wild animals and related matters. Besides, the authority also asks to live in harmony and appropriately with the host communities and follow the religious and social rules regulated in the ones of villages the Myanmaris residing. If anybody violates these points, the authority informed to contact and consult the nearest Myanmar parliamentarians and responsible persons from the social organization in case of Myanmar nationals encounter social problems and difficulties and communicate with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs if necessary, the press communique added. The Associations of Meiteis in the Americas AMA to hold momentous peace demonstrations at Lafayette Park near the White House on June 22, 2023 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. In a press issued by the association mentioned that in the wake of the ongoing conflict that erupted on May 3rd, Manipur is facing an unprecedented crisis. Tragically, more than 125 lives have been lost while over 350 individuals have been injured. The plight of over 50,000 displaced people seeking shelter in 350 relief camps is dire with limited access to essential resources such as food, water and healthcare. The entire Manipuri populations of 3.5 million lives in constant fear, anger and anxiety about their future. The violence persists, exacerbating the suffering and trauma experienced by the people. We strongly condemn the killing of Indian Meitei villagers and the burning of their homes, Hindu temples and Meitei churches by Kuki militants and their affiliated organizations in the hill and near hill districts. As members of the global Meitei diaspora, we cannot remain passive while our roads are tarnished by bloodshed. Everyone deserves the right to live free from violence and fear. We demand that authorities uphold the people's fundamental human rights, including their rights to dignity, education, and access to information. These fundamental rights have been unjustly deprived from the people of our community for far too long. We choose to act as a beacon of peace and solidarity amidst the chaos. The peace demonstration at Lafayette Park is not just a mere gathering but a powerful symbol of unity, compassion and hope. We aim to create a platform where the voices of the oppressed are amplified and the world can witness the resilience and determinations of the Meitei community in the face of adversity. This is an opportunity for us to call upon the international community, urging them to pay attention to the grave situation unfolding in Manipur, the press release added. Irate denizens of Kakching Kaithel today burnt large number of radio set for not mentioning a single word of Manipur on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Mann Ki Baat. The incident took place at Kakching Kaithel where people are listening to Mann Ki Baat of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Talking to media persons, Maibam Bidyarani, who hails from Sero and taking shelter at Kakching after her house was torched by the Kuki militants, it is almost 45 days past. However, not a single word has been mentioned by the Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat. He did not listen to the voice of people. There is no questioning of listening radio for his Mann Ki Baat, she added.
Ngasi hawjipogda tha ama hena irang jathara abasida ngasi bogda akoi gi damakta Prime Minister na awaba karimba ubidaba akoi gi awaba simagi nakongda tabidaba tawbidaba thabak mayam je akoi sengna yam penjadi akoi hawji kadai leidoino lan songnari baje sengna haibada akoi michamga gi khulai paiba chingani songnari balan je ado hawji pogda su handok piyo adu tawbiyo na akoi mayam wakat ka liba mayam si akoi ngasi bogda Prime Minister gi manara taba leite akoi kamaina leidorino aduna mana Mann Ki Baat haiba wase akoi sukta taningdre akoi gi nakong chida masak pa uningdre akoi.
Minister of National Defense of Vietnam General Phan Van Gaing will be on 2 days official visit to India starting from today. The Minister of the National Defense of Vietnam will also visit Agra during his stay in India. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh will hold bilateral talks with Minister of National Defense of Vietnam General Phan Van Gaing tomorrow to further boost the defense cooperations between India and Vietnam. During the talks, both sides will also exchange views on regional and global issues of mutual interest. India and Vietnam share a comprehensive strategic partnership and bilateral defense relations are a strong pillar of this partnership. Defense engagement between the two nations have diversified to include wide-ranging contacts between the services, military-to-military exchanges, high-level visits, capacity building, training programs, cooperation in UN peacemaking, and bilateral exercises. A tweet on the microblogging site has reached more than 1.2 billion views as per Twitter metrics. The tweets shared by the users with 11,000 followers achieved the feat in less than a month. Really, Elon Musk, 1 to 7 people on Earth saw this tweet, a Twitter user said, while another wrote, and no way 1.1 billion people saw this. Curfew has been relaxed in Imphal East in the west till 5 p.m. today. Bishnupur district also shortened 2 p.m. However, Kakching and Thawbal remain as usual today. In Kangpopi, curfew relaxed from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Markets and shops are open during the curfew relaxation. People were seen rushing to the markets and the shops to buy essential items. Normal traffic was observed on the roads. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Now the question is, hayang makoy si sumana sum relief camp ta laigadra lairoidra ajum da hangadra
san thangna bo busal iba singsi da ida sanganda da na thing ba habisi magi pandam amadi oiraga su masi da terrorism gi thawong ne na khali
masi India government na amadi Manipur government amtang control to biyo yam thubada adu gedi Manipur da santi hanjani
lari amta tamdre aduna nechu loi thinjan bikre aduna yumda relief camp ta leiba mobile paijara leiba singsina ojana kanun tang tharak targa su net ki mating lawraga akhuni yengdoine ba
micham praja me amagi yummai thabiba leifam leitadana relief camp ta wana leiba me amasi yengbada ai isa da hakthengna na thokpadona yamna nungaitaba phauche
club aduga organization sing maira paidi mayam jing ya hongjiti khusam na ba matam oire pulap apun bana joy oi habido hongjing matang asi oire haiba wafam je thamjani
khana ke gadi ko khulai ba ma sen nan khana biu public ta khoi mayon jalwasi public po khoi na kanji
Admission Open, R&T Institute and Aviation Academy के लाखों रिपस्टेशन 2023-24 के admission हाउसरे Institute as the Ministry of Corporate Affairs Government of India na well recognized तौरबा अमदी 5-year service complete ओइरबा मणिपुर दा अमतंगाइरबा Air Hostess Training Institute अमनी class 12 pass तौरबा महैरोई सिंगना तुंगी अफबा career अमदी aviation industry दा संगनिंग सिंगना मिंग चनबीबा यारगनी male and female punna apply tauba yaraba 10 to 15 years flying experience lairaba trainer singna train tauriba 100 plus students placement pikraba institute asida tongan ba course sing khudong chaba lecture course sing adudi international air hostess training airport operation and staff training ground handling loina soft skill career counseling interview skill spoken english and hindi grooming guest lecturer session resume making mock interview service classes, first aid, interview preparation, Zumba class, swimming class amadi, airport visits, Institute asiki staff single loinana placement assistance ki damag Imphal amadi atopa state sing dasu khudong chaba pizari khudong chaba sing asiki damag 12 standard loiraba students singna institute asida lakpiduna akupa marol tanabiu amadi online inquiry ki damag contact number asida call tawbiduna tanabiu 7005970470 natraga 8132092225
SS Career Solution na chahi tara hena khunai sida leiriba naharol singbu achumba sinfam ama khangjana bagi khudong chaba du mapung fana pina bagi damak specialized oiraba team kaya semduna angang singbu nauringai dagi khoiga chana ba sinfam gi maramda singna mari makhong taktuna afaba khunai ama oirakna ba hona duna ngasi fawbalak Career Solution amagi chap chana guidance thiba haibasi arriba dinate adubu ipurgedi thoina nungsa thiningai oitre SS Career Solution na akaknaba plan amadi expertise singa putsinduna satra khaknatana community level dagi hauraga adom gi khwaidagi chanaba sinfam adu mai pakna chatnanaba sem sagani aikhoigi mamal yamlaba naha singbu tungge chuwa lambel amada lamjing haurasi SS Career Solution na piriba khudong chaba singasi khopna khanta haurasi
Admission open Central Academy Khabam Sumraithong Manipur leiba CBSE da affiliate toba khwaidagi phaba school singi manungda ama oiriba Central Academy Khabam Sumraithong Manipur ki Kumsi Sahigi Class 9 gi akaknaba sit khara amasung Class 11 Science Arts ani asigi mingjanba hojare School asi yamna mayon chumna fagalakliba National Thaki Award kaya puthokliba makal makha kaya gi state and national level competition da gold medalist amadi prize winner puthokliba school ni leibaki awabada saruk yaba oina Class 9 gi di admission fee amasung tuition fee lodana lemna mingjanjagani Class 11 gi oina AISSE 2023 amadi ISSLCE 2023 da 90 PC amasung masigi Phangba angang singi damak admission tuition fee lodabatan natana textbook su lemna pizagani smart class ka loinana angang singna lairik pagadaba matamda tuition chatpagi hainabi thadok hananaba strict oina class tawgani khangdriba fawba takpigani leibaki irangi awaba nangliba singidi aikhoina ngamjaba thakta mateng pangjagani Class 11 gi admission fee lupalising manga loinana prospectus lupachani punna lupalising manga chani khaktani akopamorol gi damak school gi office ta tanabiu
Imphal East District ki oina Higher Secondary Examination 2023 da percentage masing khwaidagi wangna First Division da pass tawba Royal Academy of Science Wangkhayamadi Kongbagi Class 11 Science 2023-24 da tamnaba admission process hauzare ahan by admission tawba satra chamada textbook lemna fanghangani loinana admission fees lupa lishing taruk oigani bus amasung van service na chingbaga loinana hostel facility su leigani akupa marol gidamak Royal Academy of Science ki Wangkhay office da lakpiu.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. Now the news in detail. The worldwide protest was staged last night from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. against narco-terrorism and external aggression allegedly perpetrated by Kuki militants and illegal immigrants settling in Manipur. The far-reaching protest demonstration was organized under the supervision of COCOMI. Human chains were formed at different places by tens of thousands of Maydays in Manipur and abroad such as Singapore, United States, South Korea, Japan, Russia, Germany, United Kingdom, Bangladesh, Malaysia, etc. and voiced their stand against narco-terrorism, external aggression and demand for separate administration raised by 10 Kuki MLAs. In Manipur, human chains formed shouted slogans. Many protesters expressed their dissatisfactions over both state and central government.
Aku ini lan theng na te lan kana na hui Kuki militant sing na hobani so kang na hobani so mafam na tam thokki go aduna tragadi leibak te hi ho se kaidong so oi be yaroi aduna aikoi ne India government gi Narendra Modi amadi aikoi gi chief minister Biren kari gi damakta noina tumi lei thokko leiri hujik phauda tha ama kam akai suru je bauda mayam na chukwana leiri base noina yengchan khotan da tawdana leibadi koi pamde aduna hujik su angang mayam ama laik taman ngani haidana tawri base madu oi be yaroi kalmai tang ning tama phangding ada akoi gi awa base theng leiri ngai matam jira angang jing puthoga Kuki militant jen halan gai bro ha moi na halan gai gari noi angang laik tamalo aduna tagati koi praja miyam songang ngamoi aduna nakoina Delhi ra chalaga noi kari tanari kari dauri akoina Delhi ra chali bado khoidi ning tama porakani ha bado khoi thajadre hojik pauza nakoina ning tama porakani tumina layo akoi tangdu laitana layani haraga nomai kapana chukle le sandaba ado kokina lan horko matamdana akoi nga thongno pangal ju leijadaba aduga nopi singju akoi gi damakta noina mateng pangbiro aduga khoi ju khongjanga ji changchan ba yawjarage aduna akoi na hojik tawriban matam jidi akoi gi iram dam ase kanbanate iram dam pithoke akoi gi prajamyam jingu hato halaga akoi gi lamjibu noi pithoke ha gi damakta noina ngasi koki gi misang lepane.
In its 8:30 p.m. broadcast on 16 June 2023, ELITETV aired a statement by a girl namely Laimyam Saroja claiming that she was slapped by Assam rifles who reportedly has chased her to her house after the woman carrying out sit-in protests in general area Chekon dispersed by firing tear gas. She further told that prior to it, the women protesters in general area Andropaking had already reasoned out their stand with the RF, but in the meanwhile, Assam rifle they started to fire tear gas shells. Resultantly, the protesting women started to disperse from the area. Saroja as well as rushed to her house and closed the door. Reportedly, the Assam rifle chased her in a bank at her door and forcibly entered the house. When she tried to reason out with the troops, she was slapped by them, and therefore she demanded that Assam rifles shall be removed from Manipur. Assam Rifles strongly denies the said allegations, as no Assam Rifles troops were present in the Ibit area during or after the said sit-in protest. The statement of the lady appears merely to have originated out of some fragment of imaginations or given out under some kind of duress or of entities with vested interest to malign the good reputations of Assam Rifles, a press release informed. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has written to G20 counterparts to propose that African Union to give full membership at the upcoming Delhi summit of G20 as requested by them. Sources said Prime Minister has laid from the front on this matter, which he strongly advocates and supports. He has taken a bold step in enhancing Africa's voice on the international stage and in shaping the future of this third world. Sources added that this will be the right step towards a just, fair, more inclusive and representative global architecture and governance. Prime Minister is a strong believer in having a greater voice of the global South countries on international platform, particularly of African countries. As part of India's G20 presidency, he has particularly focuses on incorporating priorities of the African countries in the G20 agenda. U.S. State Secretary Antony Blinken on Sunday arrived in China amid foresty bilateral ties between the two countries. He is expected to meet Chinese Foreign Minister and possibly President Xi Jinping during his two-day visit. Blinken is the highest-ranking U.S. government official to visit China since President Joe Biden took office and the first State Secretary to visit in 5 years. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, who is in Russia as part of a peace-seeking delegation, told Russian President that the Ukraine conflict must stop. This war has to have an end. It must be shuttled through negotiations and through diplomatic means, he told the Russian President. Meanwhile, Putin said he is open to dialogue with all those who want to implement peace. Twitter owner Elon Musk said a Twitter video app for smart TVs is coming. He was responding to a netizen who had tweeted, "We really need a Twitter video app for smart TVs. I'm not watching an hour-long video on Twitter." Appreciating Musk's response, the netizen said, "I can see a day where I can cancel my subscription to YouTube." Russia's defense ministry has said that the country's troops hit the command center of Ukraine's military. According to the ministry, the strike was carried out with sea and air-based long-range precision weapons. Releasing a video of the attack, the Russian defense ministry said that the aim of the strike was achieved and the intended facility was hit. And now let's take a short break. Again, stay tuned for more updates.
Lanna Thoram Malem Taibang Palasida, Aikoi Kwai Pumnamakka, Luinaramba, Yumnam Surjit Kumar Meitei, Laisham Suresh Meitei, Moirangthem Heman Meiteina, Mapugi Sintha Loidaduna, Aikoi Pumnamakpu Thadok Lamlaga, Haukiba Trejat, Tara Humdoi, Taruk English Singaniga Kunga Humdoi, Kumja, Ingagi Kungamangani Panba, Laibak Popanumita, Makogi, Tawaina, Mapugi Laikolda, Lairangi Lainam Uinatin Kre. Chatliba Chaychat Taranipan, Taruk English Singaniga Kunga Humdoi, Kumja Ingagi Kuntrani Panba, Nomaizing Numita, Mangani Leihun Tamjaraga, Chatliba Chaychat Kungamari, Taruk English Singaniga Kunga Humdoi, Kumja Inyengi Tarukni Panba Thangza Numit Asida, Lana Thoram Numit Thokle, Thoromasida Ahalaman, Ima Ibel, Marup Mapang, Sagainatai, Ichilinau, Haumin Kaminarakpa, Equinity Sakhangja Hodraba Kwai Tarana, Matam Chana Lingbidaktuna, Mapugi Minkai, Tabiranaba, Amadi, Haikat Laikat Tamba, Yaubiranaba, ELITETV Kotanga Pausen Jari. ayuk pung nipan laigi thorom hoba ayuk pung mapan isai hoba pauzen jaribi sing yumnam ongbi tanobi leima Surjit Kumar gi loinabi Laishram ongbi ibem leima Suresh gi loinabi Moirangthem ongbi ngaubi leima Heman gi loinabi Oksu Ningthem Chakhul Community Hall
Welcome you all to UNACO College, Kongman Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational college offering both BA and BAC courses. UNACO College will be affiliated to Manipur University, Kanchipur. First academic session will begin in July 2023. Hurry up! Registrations and admissions open for 2023-24 academic session.
Diabetes ka loina na hinglibusing tha amagi manungda fahanba ngamle. Khong hamba nungai tabasu numit mangani gi manungda fahanba ngamle. Piles haibadi nungsang nabasu chama da chama fahanba ngamle. Cholesterol wangba numit kunida normal oina lehenba ngamle. BP wangbasu tha amagi manungda normal da lehenba ngamle. Pumnamak natural oiba anoba hidak makal singna laying jabani. Haksang da sokadaba side effect amata leite. Makatana hidak chabagi mathausu tararoi. Akopa moral gidamak nga simaglengsin bidau Diabetes Hospital, Jennings Road near Punjab National Bank, Porompat.
Admission open. Manipur gi mapanda chatrabasu yaraba best quality education ga loinana Saraswati Institute of Management and Paramedical Science pangai. Manipur University da affiliated toba Indian Nursing Council amadi Pharmacy Council of India na recognize tawraba college asida chaliba academic session asigi akagnaba sit masing gi admission hojare. Coursing adudi BSc Nursing, Diploma in Pharmacy, Bachelor of Pharmacy, BSc Forensic Science, BSc Radiology and Imaging Technology, BSc RIT, BSc Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc MLT, amadi BSc Operation Theatre Technology Operation, BSc OTT, hariba coursing asigi scholarship ki kudong saba su pangbigani amadi meritorious students singi oiba tongan ba kudong saba mayam amalegani. Akopa moral gidama 9856575163. College address Pangai opposite MPTC da lengbiratuna ngasimak kudong saba silowiu.
40 years of trusted diagnostic service, Babina Diagnostics.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. If UKLF chief claims that the outfit helped the BJP in Manipur to form government in 2017 is unfounded and baseless, why the state government take any action against them? This was stated by Working President of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee KH Dev Dada in a press conference held at the Congress Bhavan today. Many workers of the party took part in the press conference. He further said the Congress party will not remain silent on the issue. He added,
BJP na election dam mateng pangu akoina sarkar pairabadi nakhoi political solution ama pigani haibadu dage akoina separate administration ama tanbani haina ss software video footage do mayam na pambinu se akoide pijage hojika oina de mayam am phangamani na khalle ba aduna akoi kaido maida lebak ki kaina na ba mang na ba kaigum ta bum ta leite matang sida lebak thibne BJP ki wangang loi anina Aramba Mongda, policy Putona, what was in Manipur, Shamala, Tiba, Muktahan, Tokriba, Mongda, Sarangava, violence, my Mamotoi Visida, Raznitiki, Hundonjin, Togi Monga, labor set, Tiban and Tamjari, Duba, BJP, MLA Tarana, Bot Karabumbatunda, Manipur ge separate state or separate administration ama piu wena demand ta se masina dum ta SS UK lep ki chairman na mayang mahut sila hai de ba ekoi da vote kahan naba ono koi noi kahal the political solution pi ge hai ge duni aduna MLA sin su makoi vote kahal mi sin ge vote the lorga separate administration ama tan ba oigani hai se ekoi na tham jari ne Sri Hemanta Biswa Sarmana Assam ki Chief Minister oina Manipuri government ki thabak thawong da yauri basi kari capacity dano magi mathau si as a Chief Minister of Assam moina hairi neda ki chairman oin lakni neda ki chairman si di political platform ne wai ra inter political oiba matter da moige BJP ki party amsang ally ki manu da relation ki matang da di ma hida visit taroga platform se wari sabi ani adu dina tadra magi Guwahati da magonda extra constitutional power yaw Sri Hemanta Biswa mathakta aikoi ki su gi Manipur gi koki militant sing leaders sing political leaders sing kauraga mamang last week ta Sri Hemanta Biswa Sarmana Guwahati da wa ta na base ha na gi khangna ba yana ba ma leitragadi kari wa ta na doino mana kari khange buji katana thoi sing matang da khangkhom kari thoke information general information natana mana kauraga wari sari bise manung da arohon budo Madu lay banane yana bama lay budu continuation temjan na ba oigane ma aduna Hemanta Biswa Sarmana law na wari sabe ki hak amata lay
Militants linked to the Islamic State groups hacked and burned 37 students to death in an attack at the school in western Uganda on Friday. While they locked the boys' dormitory and set it on fire, they kept the girls' section unlocked, reports stated. As the girls tried to escape, they were brutally cut with matches while running for safety. The National Medical Commission (NMC) has decided to revise the process for determining ranks of the aspirants having an identical NEET score, prioritizing marks obtained in physics, followed by chemistry and biology. Earlier, marks obtained in biology was prioritized, followed by chemistry and physics. If the subject marks don't resolve the tie, then draw of lots using computers will be conducted. In badminton, in the Indonesia Open men's double finale, Chirag Sethi and Sadwik Sairaj Rankireddy will take on reigning world champions Aaron Chia and Soong Ying of Malaysia in Jakarta today. Earlier, India's pace of Chirag Sethi and Sadwik Sairaj Rankireddy stormed into the final of the Indonesia Open badminton tournament yesterday. Chirag Shetty and Sadwik Sairaj Rankireddy defeated world number 12 pair of Kang Min Hyuk and Seo Sung Jae of the Republic of Korea 17-21, 21-19, 21-18. It was the third win for the Indian pair over their South Korean opponents in 4 matches. Earlier in the quarterfinals, Chirag Sethi and Sadwik Sairaj Rankireddy stunned the world number 1 pair of Fazar Alfian and Muhammad Ryan Ardinto in straight games. In the men's singles semi-finals, HS Pranoy was defeated by Denmark's Victor Axelsen, and that after he suffered a 21-15, 21-15 defeat. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now let's take a look at the headlines once again. The 22nd Great June Uprising and Unity Day observed. Myanmar government instructed do's and don'ts for Myanmar refugees in India. Irate Danijans burned radio sheds in protest against not mentioning a single word of Manipur in Prime Minister's Man Ki Baat. And the curfew relaxed for Imphal East and the West till 5 p.m. today. And that's a wrap for today. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV English News. Thank you and have a great evening.